I'm Lynn Sweet, the Chicago Sun-Times Washington bureau chief. President Obama is saying he won't pay a ransom to Republicans in exchange for lifting the debt ceiling. The nation risks its first ever default if Congress doesn't raise the limit by October 17. Republicans are blasting his refusal to negotiate. The deadlock continues. President Barack Obama and House Speaker John Boehner are keeping the pressure on each other with the partial federal government shutdown in its second week and a fiscal crisis just days away.
Members of Congress and the House Republicans in particular don't get to demand ransom in exchange for doing their jobs.
While Obama seemed to harden his position, there was a change in his tone. He emphasized that he was willing to deal with Republicans, negotiate on every item in the budget, once Congress voted to reopen government and take off the table the threat of default. I talked with Illinois Republican Congressman Aaron Schock about the endgame.
Well, the endgame is to negotiate. You can't get a deal if you're not willing to negotiate. And right now, the President and Harry Reid have both said they're not willing to negotiate. The American people do not accept that. With divided government, you have to negotiate to get a solution.
Illinois Republican Congressman Randy Hultgren told me about the critical timeline ahead.
Well, a couple important dates coming up. Certainly October 17th is a very important date with the debt ceiling. Also October 15th, where checks normally would go out for people who work in government. And so we're going to do everything we can, again, encouraging negotiation.
Republican efforts to kill off Obamacare did not work and triggered the shutdown. A next step is for House and Senate Republicans to figure out what to realistically put on the table. With other reporters, I talked with Arizona GOP Senator John McCain about the GOP challenge ahead.
I'm saying that we don't have an articulated plan to sit down and negotiate with. That's complicated by their failure to negotiate over anything. We have to get a plan together. I've said that all along. And I've said all along we're not going to defund Obamacare. We don't have 67 Republican votes in the United States Senate. I've said that all along. I know how the movie ends. I don't know all the scenes in between.
The differences between the two parties can be summed up in their Twitter hashtags. The Republicans, let's talk. The Democrats, let's vote. For the Chicago Sun-Times, I'm Lynn Sweet.